Being a skeleton, it's gonna be a dead man's party. This time, the party being dead is a good thing. Hey, look at you! Look at you flying around. That's the way to do it. No judgment though. You know, I'm not saying you're evil or anything. It's just,
In a world of low-budget intra-European flights, join a pair of Dutch tourists as they bounce around Stonehenge trying to get unstuck from the mists of time. Leopold thought he was helping Colin take his mind off of George, but breakups can't hold a candle to 5,000 years of druid binding spells. Coming soon to a mask near you.
Look at you go. There. Oh, the golden salt shaker. It is the golden salt shaker, the sign of the union. I was just there the other day. I'm getting
Our
memories
next guest was blessed with the gift of
Union
song so
You were there
ambiguously
too.
that I'm
Okay,
not sure
we
she's
went
ever
to
used
Union
it.
headquarters.
My favorite star of stage
talking
and
about
scream,
was it love?
the
I think it was
long
love.
dead, ever on time,
Yeah, we're talking about
technophilic,
one of the greatest
hydrophobic,
feelings in the
Helvetica perpetua.
That's right. Love
Empty.
and acceptance. No, that's not it, is it? Oh. Love will keep us together. Dip, dip, dim, dip, 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 dip. I just mixed two songs together, but I don't care. That's how my mind works.
You're welcome.
Dink.
And this is Tina.
Go Tina! Tina, Las Vegas. I think Tina could play
It's
in
so
Vegas
good
in
to
a,
be
in a
back in
Vegas
the
show,
land of
huh?
the
Yeah,
living. I just
that's
love
that'll be the
your
way to do it.
toes.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. No.
I recently updated my operating system, and I love
There we go. A little bit closer. This makes things this makes things easier. Can relate on a whole different level.
Tina,
Oh.
1 second, because it's not always about
Oh,
you.
thank you so much. You know, I don't know if all of you masks know this, but my mask. That's what's up. Thank you. Oh, like a little koozie. I see what you're doing. I got you. Do you guys know
What is
that?
this, Tina?
I'm married.
Smell something?
Did you know that? I did. I got married to a mascot a while ago now. It's so hard to keep track of time. But I hardly ever see my mask. I do. I hardly ever. Almost never see my mask. Do you think it's possible
What is this I'm doing? Does it look cool?
to keep
I like
love
it. It's kinda
alive
fun.
when you never see the object of your love? I would
Hey,
agree. I would
Tina.
say it's hard. I would say it's very
What number
hard.
am I thinking
I would
of?
say the presence, the proximity, I guess. Proximity is a very important part to love. Yes, that's how you grow, exactly. I mean, although they say that distance makes the heart grow fonder, but only because the coming together is all the sweeter. If you never come together, it doesn't feel very good, does it? It feels so crushingly alone. Yes, that is, I appreciate it, thank you. It is what, there, yeah, a little beer and tonic. Good thinking. Oh man, that's what's hardest about the days, right? That's free will. Great. Let's not knock it. Free will. Awesome. Being able to think and do
Now,
and speak
our next
and
act
create.
is here to remind us that
Nothing better,
just because
but-
you're a gill-bearing aquatic craniate who lacks limbs with
God,
flexible digits,
fighting
that
against
sure as hell
tedium
doesn't
and
mean
the
you can't
loneliness.
dance.
My
Please,
God.
put your
who
fins
thought it
together
would be
for
so
the
hard to be
sashimi
alone?
mimis.
I thought I could handle it. And I thought, oh, being
I guess
alone
that
every
being a
now and again.
gill-bearing aquatic craniate who lacks limbs with flexible digits
Can we get more
also
than
doesn't
one going?
preclude you
Can we
from
get
getting a
more than
little
one?
bit
There
of
we go.
stage fright. Let's remind the minions what a warm crowd we got out here tonight by throwing our fins together with a little extra vigor.
1, 2,
You can do it. Sashimi Mimi.
There it is. Perfect. All right. Wonderful. Oh, I spilled my drink. Sorry. Could you, yeah, there we go. And then a little of the, yeah, perfect. Beer and tonic. Who'd have thought? Beer and tonic. Yeah. Cheers. There it is. Good. But the crushing loneliness, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough and it's not. It's weird because, but this is the duality, right? With anything, thank you. With anything that's tough, comes growth and reward. So it's like, it's tough, but it's not. Like, I definitely feel like I am getting to know myself by being forced to be without my significant other. Do you guys feel that? Do you feel like when you're by yourselves, the only choice is to know who you are or to ignore who you are? And ignoring who you are doesn't feel good for very long, does it? I would say not. But getting to know who you are, that's great. Because that's something that sticks with you when the loneliness is gone. Loneliness is temporary. It's crushing and devastating, and I don't know if I'll ever recover, but of course I will, because it's temporary, as all things are. You know? Loneliness is temporary, and then you get together, and it's great, and you feel good, but that's also temporary, so you appreciate it while it's there, and then you move on, and the back, and the forth, and that's life. Yeah, that's life.
How much do you have?
Are
you following?
That's it. Yeah, perfect.
Or are you reading?
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, that's it. I'm not much of a dancer, but
Barely distinguishable.
You know, it's just a joke.
But full of impulse and
It's
desire.
a comedy. It's a tragic
Even the
comedy.
gentlest
like.
inclinations
we
can set
always
things in
look
motion.
back and we're like, ugh, that happened. How funny. In the moment, it feels like the most devastating thing in the world, and then you look back and you're like, well, that wasn't too bad. Look, I survived. As you do. And that is the key. Survival is the key. I will not allow my energy to be tainted. That's right. That's what this time is about. Learning how not to taint your own energy. You just don't let you down. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah, don't let you down. You've got the power. You've got the power. Wow. Anything I say that has a song attached to it just goes right in. Interesting. Another thing I'm getting to learn about myself is I like music. Go figure. It's pleasing. Why not? It's great. It gives you the ability to articulate things that maybe you weren't able to articulate on your own, because music is poetry. Hey, look at you, got the full mask. That's what I'm talking about. Up top, you saved all those poor souls. Oh, good. Look at you. This is a good heart right there. Here, I got a special thing for you over here. Look at this. Look at this. This is beer and tonic. Enjoy. Right. Yeah. We'll just kick you right in the face, right? You want to know the trick? It's the double carbonation. And beer's already carbonated, tonic carbonated. Poop! Pop you right in the face real quick. That's what I'm saying. Probably. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. And you know what? That's the thing. We're never really alone, are we? Because we've always got nature. We've got love. That's right. We've got love. Indeed, we do. We've got. This is love. Yes, exactly right. This is love. This is the flowering, the consciousness of life. Exactly. Love is like the flower, and you are like the rose, the plant. You grow, and you grow, and you have to take the thorns, right? You have to take all the pricks, but eventually you get to blossom into a beautiful flower and appreciate the life. And that's why we go through it all, is because once we get to see those flowers, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. Love, once you really get to settle inside of love for a second, it makes everything worth it. It sure does. Yes, it does. Oh, man. That's good. Oh, Good looking out. Yes, indeed. This. Oh, that was a big one. Someone was eating a lot of sulfur. There you go. Oh, thank you. It's like I can breathe clean. There we go. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh God, I'm so tired of being stuck inside all the time. Let's go outside. Let's go appreciate the day and watch the earth turn. I don't know, something along those lines. This is the only time in the world where watching paint dry is saving the world. So why not do it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look at it. It's a beautiful morning on a Sunday afternoon. It's a beautiful morning.
Sean Spada, everyone.
Couldn't get away too soon. That's right. La la la, do 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 do. La la la, do 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 do. La la la. Oh yeah, there it is. It's a good world, you know. It's a good world. It's not a bad world. It's about the appreciation of all. Do you know the musician Louis Armstrong? Does anyone know who Louis Armstrong? Yeah. We all know who Louis Armstrong is. Good. You know, when he wrote "What a Wonderful World," yeah, exactly. Amazing trumpet player. When he wrote "What a Wonderful World," everyone knows what a wonderful world. I see trees of green, red roses too. I want them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah. So when he wrote that, it was in a very bad time in history, you know, for him. It was the civil rights movement. It was, you know, a lot of stuff was happening, and somebody asked him. They said, "Look, how can you write that song when the world isn't wonderful at all? Like, what is it?" And his reply to it, his answer was, "Well, the fact that we're still able to care for each other, that there is still kindness, that there is still compassion, understanding, and love in spite of all that horrible stuff that happens, makes it a wonderful world. The fact that love can survive amidst the darkness." You know what I'm saying? And it's true. It's true. Oh, yeah. Oh, love. It's true. It's true. It's the spirit. Yeah. Indeed. And it can. In fact, not only can it survive in the midst of the darkness, I'll raise it one further. It exists because of the darkness, because without the darkness you wouldn't have any sort of understanding of what the light is. We know it in relation to what it's not. By knowing what it's not, I can start to understand what it is, right? And it's always a journey. Understanding and knowledge is not a stagnant thing. We don't arrive to some place and be like, this is the answer, this is what I have now. No, it's a journey. It's constantly involved. Take science, you know? I mean, that's one of the greatest examples. Well, 1,000 years ago, it was hard scientific fact that the Earth was the center of the solar system. Exactly. That we were flat, that God lived above the clouds. That was scientific fact. That's what everybody believed. And people died for saying otherwise. Yeah, people actually died for trying to say that the sun was the center of the universe, that we evolved, that the earth is not flat, it's round. They were killed for trying to say that until enough evidence came out that cold, hard fact was changed. But think about it. If you're being taught a certain thing like that, and you're saying this is what the way it is, you're gonna believe it unless you question it, you know? So there's always the difference between the common knowledge and between oh, thank you. Fresh from my breath. And between questioning common knowledge, right? We know now, we can take a look at what we think is scientific fact now, even, you know? And 1,000 years from now, they're gonna look back and they're gonna say, how can they have thought that about these things that we don't even know that we're wrong about yet? Because it takes time. It takes the time, enough time to question and to pursue in order for the door to open. And that's why it takes many lifetimes. It could take, I mean, 1,000 years, not one of us is gonna be around for 1,000 years. Exactly. I know, but that's what passing on the information is about. Passing on the lineage, you know, generation to generation. That's what that's about. Is carrying the chain that has been unbroken, this human chain that goes all the way back to what we consider the beginning of time. We're carrying it today, unbroken. Our ancestors, their ancestors, back to the primal state of what we are to today, and we carry it. We're gonna pass it forward as well, you know. And that's what it's about. It's about carrying it and passing it forward.
And I can
Cheers.
sense his accoutrements
Cheers.
are already entering to my rear is one of my close personal associates, a veritable guru who's got
I love you too. I love you too. This is great.
The #1 life coach.
I'm a big fan of it, is what you're saying. I'm kidding, of course. It's just a little dorsal of what I have in store. Little dorsal. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're too cocky. Oh, that's great. All right. Well, just like all things, this must come to an end, and I have to listlessly travel time-space continuum to time-space continuum, on and on. I wish we could, but just like with loneliness, we have two choices: fighting or accepting. And fighting only puts off the acceptance. You can never escape the acceptance of the thing. You always have to either accept it or fight it. So might as well accept it. It is what it is. It's not worth the fight. The energy can be better spent elsewhere, inside, working on myself somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Oh, of course. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, everyone come in. Here, come on. Yeah, big squeeze fest. Yeah. That's good.
quit or do it by guilt.
Alright, alright. You all keep on keeping on. I'm sure I'll drift this way eventually. On my own.
The Sisyphus system of newer, better. Power through life ease. With load lift, fantasy it, 10-step visualization training. And canine-assisted trust dive, be your own rock, self-coaching, coaching